In the shadowy recesses of global society, where fear and power intertwine, lurk some of the most dangerous criminals the world has ever known. These individuals, driven by greed, ambition, and a blatant disregard for human life, have left indelible marks on history. This is a journey into the heart of darkness, an exploration of the lives and legacies of those whose names have become synonymous with terror and infamy. Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine in the lush, vibrant landscapes of Colombia. A man named Pablo Escobar rose from humble beginnings to become the world's most notorious drug lord. Born in 1949, Escobar's ascent to power was swift and brutal. By the 1980s, he controlled the Medellin cartel, which supplied an estimated 80% of the cocaine smuggled into the United States. Escobar's empire was built on violence, corruption, and a ruthless business acumen. His wealth was staggering, making him one of the richest men in the world. Escobar's reign was marked by a bloody campaign against anyone who stood in his way. Judges, politicians, law enforcement officers, and innocent civilians were all targets in his quest to maintain control. His infamous motto, plata o plomo, silver or lead, highlighted his brutal approach: accept his bribes or face death. Despite his philanthropic efforts to win the hearts of Colombia's poor, his legacy is one of death and destruction. Escobar's life ended in a hail of bullets in 1993, but his story continues to captivate and horrify. Across the oceans, in the bustling streets of early 20th century Chicago, another name struck fear into the hearts of many: Al Capone. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1899, Capone rose through the ranks of organized crime to become the kingpin of the Chicago outfit during the Prohibition era. His empire, built on bootlegging, gambling, and prostitution, was protected by an army of gunmen and a web of corruption that reached into the highest levels of government. Capone's notoriety peaked with the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929, a brutal execution of rival gang members that shocked the nation. Despite his numerous crimes, Capone managed to avoid conviction for years, thanks to his influence and wealth. It was tax evasion, ironically, that finally brought him down. In 1931, he was sentenced to 11 years in prison, marking the decline of his criminal empire. Capone's life, filled with luxury and violence, ended in 1947, but his legend as America's most infamous gangster endures. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. The master of escape in the modern era, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's name has become synonymous with the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most powerful and violent drug trafficking organizations in the world. Born in the rugged mountains of Sinaloa, Mexico, in 1957, Guzman's rise to power was marked by cunning, brutality, and an uncanny ability to evade capture. His cartel was responsible for smuggling massive quantities of drugs into the United States, amassing billions in illicit profits.